Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Joshua, the 3rd chapter. And as we went through in the 2nd chapter with Joshua sending the 2 spies who were able to seek refuge at the house of Rahab, they end up making a deal with her that because she preserved them and helped them, they were going to spare her life in the house of her father, according to the deal they made. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim and came to Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they passed over. So going back here, so they moved from here and came to the border of the Jordan River and encamped there. And it came to pass after 3 days that the officers went through the host. So the officers went throughout the camp, and they commanded the people, saying, when ye see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and the priests, the Levites, bearing it, then ye shall remove from your place and go after it. So wait till you see the ark. The Levites are going to be carrying it. You're going to follow that. That's going to lead you where you got to go. Yet there shall be a space between you and it. So there's still nobody is to follow them like right behind them. You got to leave some space between you and them. About 2,000 cubits by measure. Come not near unto it, that ye may know the way by which ye must go. So they're going to lead you and direct you in what path to follow. For ye have not passed this way hitherto, or hitherto for. So up until now you haven't come this way. So follow the Levites that are bearing the ark. Leave some distance between you and them, but when you see them, you start following them. And Joshua said unto the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord Yahweh will do wonders among you. So make yourself clean. Nobody go and touch any dead thing. No, just keep yourself clean. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, take up the ark of the covenant, and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant, and went before the people. Now remember, or keep in mind, when the ark was designed, the Lord gave specific instructions, right? If we look up here, the ark of the covenant, you'll see, right, that it has these 2 poles coming out. Those were designed that way so that the Levites could carry. When they say they bear it, they would hold, right, on each side and carry it. And that's how they would carry the ark. So as Joshua commands them, right, to take up the ark, as it says, and pass over before the people. So you go ahead of them. And they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, this day will I begin to magnify thee in the sight of all Israel, that they may know that as I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. So this day I'm gonna magnify you. I'm gonna do something great at your hand, so that they can all see and know, like, okay, yep, shit. There's no doubt in our minds, as though the Lord is definitely dealing with him. Even though they acknowledged it, Jake, they got to see something. And thou shalt command the priests that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, when ye are come to the brink of the water, or the water of Jordan, ye shall stand still in Jordan. So when you get to the riverbank, right, the edge, stand still. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, come hither, and hear the words of the Lord your God. And Joshua said, hereby ye shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. So the Lord is about to show you something, all right, that'll be a sign, that'll prove, that'll show you without a doubt that he is with you, and he is going to drive out all these nations before you. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth passeth over before you into Jordan. Now therefore take you 12 men out of the tribes of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And it shall come to pass, so out of the 12 tribes, everybody select a man. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord, that bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of Jordan. So as soon as the priests, the Levites step into that water, that the waters of Jordan shall be cut off from the waters that come down from above, and they shall stand up or stand upon an heap. And what that means is, when you look at this water, right, you had the sea here of Chinnereth, or the Sea of Galilee, and it would flow down, okay, all the way down to the Salt Sea or the Dead Sea. Now, and that's where you have the Jordan River, right? So what what Joshua is saying here is, once the Levites, because we're here on the east side about to cross west, once the Levites step into that water, this body of water that's flowing down this river is going to stop, and then it's going to be like, let's say like right here at Adam, which as we're going to read, it does go into that. It would stop there and raise up like a wall. So the water is going to stop and stand up like a wall over here, and it's no longer going to, no more water is going to be pouring down or descending down the stream. So this part is going to dry up. It says here, and they shall stand upon an heap. And it came to pass, and that's what it means by that, right? The water is gonna stand up like it did during the time of the, when they were crossing the Red Sea, but this one is slightly different. And it came to pass, when the people removed from their tents to pass over Jordan, the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as they that bear the ark were come on to Jordan, and the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water. So right at the edge where they stepped, because it was shallow over there. For Jordan overfloweth all his banks all the time of harvest, meaning that during the harvest time, the water is so much it starts to overflow, all right, into the land a little bit, right at the edge. That the waters which came down from above stood and rose up upon an heap very far from the city of Adam. So Israel was down here, Adam is up here, that city. So this is where the water stopped. That is beside Zeraton, and those that came down toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed and were cut off. So the water that would flow from here on down stopped. All right, and there was no more water that would come down here. So it became dry. And all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until all the people were passed clean over Jordan. All right, and right there, that miracle was one of awe, right? To have Israel see that, yep, the Lord is with us, just as he was, and with Joshua, just as he was with Moses. And that brings us to the end of Joshua, the book of Joshua, the 3rd chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rechak Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.